Hello, my friends. It's been about a week since we last posted a video. I'd like to start by framing this video in the proper context and sharing something from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 21, where it says, "And on the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them from fear and the expectation of those things which are coming on the earth." So it seems like if there is a common denominator to the current situation in the world is fear. Fear is the underlying thing. It's almost like there are two viruses right now striking: the coronavirus striking our physical body, and there is another virus striking the collective consciousness, our minds. And so we are wearing masks to protect us, and the social distancing from contracting, the germ, the disease, the virus. But we are wide open to the contagion of the mind, and is mainly being spread throughout mainstream media and social media, which is almost like the perfect conduit to instantaneously spread fear. And one of the reasons is because the so-called algorithms are promoting or trying to promote engagement and appealing to the emotions, and nothing appeals more to the emotions and to elicit a reaction from us than scary headlines or emphasizing the negative side of things. The problem is that we have gone completely overboard and we have been given over to fear. But the Bible says that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind and power. So we should be able to clearly discern the situation and see where do we really stand, because this lockdown, worldwide lockdown, is basically destroying the world's economy, and that's the livelihood of people, livelihood of many families and anyone. And it's not about caring for people or caring for money. It's like we need both, and people have to make a living. So if you destroy people's livelihoods, then what's the point? What is left for? So anyway, I think the main problem that we have to fight right now, the biggest virus, is the virus of fear. And that's the one that is really going to be the most difficult, because it's deep ingrained in the minds of people, as we are bombarded every day with negative news. And even anyone who dares to talk about something positive is immediately ostracized and accused of being a heretic. It's like the new Inquisition is out to get you. But like I said before, like I started this little video with, if you read the Bible, nothing should surprise us. Why should this be a surprise? It's not a big deal. It's here, and life and death are constant things in life. People are born and people die. And of course, we strive to keep people stay alive, and that's the instinct of survival. But you can't go overboard to the point that, quote, protecting life completely erases any logical thinking. So I think in the eagerness to get back to normal, we should not forget how we got here in the first place. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered. And we need a cool head and a cool mind, stable mind. And that can only come when you keep your eyes and your mind on God. Because He does give us the spirit of power, the spirit of discernment. So we have to fight the two viruses, the virus, the physical virus, and the mental virus. And I think we need to do both. And the mental, spiritual virus is the most dangerous, because right now we're being railroaded into a completely new world. If we continue in this pattern, we will not recognize our world. In the last 4 months, since the beginning of the year, the world has completely been transformed to the point that people are talking about mandatory vaccinations and health IDs and all kinds of controls and regulations. But, we find in this situation because who we are. We're a flawed humankind with flawed leaders who are always promising us that they know better, but they don't really know. Unless they turn to God, they will not find any answer that really is sufficient to solve the problems of humanity. And we just had Easter, which is a reminder of the resurrection. Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. And He's the only one that can solve all of our problems. So maybe the first thing we need to do, if I want to, and if you want to get rid of any fear, is get yourself in line, or get myself in line, reconnect myself with Jesus and His Word and His will. And I hope we can do that just by asking Him. Just open our hearts and ask Him to lead and guide us and recognize Him as who He is, the ruler and creator. And once we do that, everything is in the right perspective. Of course, there'll be troubles, battles, even death. But He has promised that He is the resurrection and the life. And so with that thought in mind, I'll leave you for right now. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye-bye.